The laugh hit first, sharp, practiced. "Oh, you didn't get one?" My wife's mother leaned back in her chair, wine glass tilted, smirk perfectly placed. The room followed her lead. Wrapping paper everywhere, lights too bright, cinnamon and heat and too many eyes. I felt my wife stiffen beside me, just a millimeter. Everyone laughed. I laughed too. That was the strange part. My face knew what to do, even if the rest of me didn't. Because 3 hours earlier, my phone had vibrated in the driveway while I sat in the car, engine off, snow ticking against the windshield. Unknown contact. One message. One image. A screenshot of a hotel receipt. My wife's name. Not my credit card. My pulse didn't spike. It drained, like something old and heavy finally being set down. Inside the house, gifts were handed out, names called, paper torn, applause on cue. I held a small, flat box on my lap. No tag. My mother-in-law's eyes flicked to it, curious. I waited. I didn't accuse her, not then. I watched instead. The way my wife's phone never left her hand anymore, screen down, always down. The way she showered longer, sang less. The way she touched me like she was checking for a pulse. I told myself stories. Work stress, holidays, her mother's voice always in her ear. Denial is quiet. It sounds like reason. But the nights told the truth. Her back turned, the space between us like a fault line. I lay there counting breaths that didn't sink anymore. One night I asked, "Are you happy?" She paused, too long. "I'm tired," she said. That was the first lie I could measure. I didn't cry. I didn't yell. I felt something colder settle in, a clarity that had been waiting for permission. I started noticing patterns. Tuesdays she worked late. Thursdays she smiled more. Her mother defended her before anyone asked anything. Family loyalty or rehearsal. I loved my wife. That didn't disappear. It just reorganized, moved behind something sturdier. I needed to know, not to punish, to finish the thought. I moved carefully, like the house was rigged. Phone records first. A shared plan makes things sloppy. One number bloomed in the margins. Short calls, frequent, always deleted. I didn't save it. I memorized it. Then the bank. A charge here, a refund there. Patterns hide in plain sight if you don't flinch. I stayed kind, attentive, predictable. At dinner, I nodded. At jokes, I smiled. I kissed her cheek like muscle memory. Inside, I was cataloging, building a timeline, giving my doubt a spine. I hired a service, quiet, efficient. They sent updates without commentary. Dates, locations, photographs taken from angles that removed romance. A hotel lobby, a hand on a lower back. Her face relaxed in a way I hadn't seen in months. I slept fine. When the DNA kit arrived, routine disguised as curiosity, I didn't hesitate. We didn't have kids yet. That almost made it easier. No collateral damage, just truth. Waiting was the hardest part, not because I feared the result, because I already knew it would end something. I planned the moment instead, chose the setting, calculated witnesses. Silence is more powerful when it has an audience. Christmas felt right. She believed in holidays. Her mother believed in theater. The email arrived at 2:14 a.m. Confirmed, verified, undeniable. I read it once, then again, then closed my laptop. In the morning, I made coffee, kissed my wife's temple. She smiled, relieved by my normalcy. That night, I handed her a folder. No words. She opened it, flipped pages. Her breath hitched on the third. "What is this?" she whispered. I waited. Her hands shook. The color left her face in stages. She looked up at me like I'd changed species. "I can explain." I nodded. Not encouragement, a signal to continue. She didn't. She couldn't find a version where I was still blind. I took the folder back, slid it into my bag. "Christmas at your parents'," I said. "Don't be late." She cried after I left the room. I listened, cataloged the sound, then slept. Back in the living room, the laughter faded when I stood. "That's okay," I said, voice light. "I brought something for you."
I handed my mother-in-law the box. She opened it. Silence spread like ink. Photographs, receipts, timelines, a printed report highlighted with care. Her smirk collapsed, not into guilt, into calculation. She looked at my wife, then at the room. "This is inappropriate," she said. I met her eyes. "No," I said, "it's accurate." My wife didn't speak. She didn't need to. The truth had already chosen her posture. I turned to the room. "I won't be staying."
I kissed my wife's cheek one last time. She flinched. Not from anger, from recognition. As I walked out, no one followed. The cold outside was clean, honest. I sat in my car and breathed until the house behind me was just a shape, a memory already reorganizing itself. I didn't feel victorious or broken. I felt finished. Some truths don't need forgiveness. They need space and silence and an exit taken without hesitation. I drove away. Behind me, they would argue about blame, about tone, about timing. None of that was mine anymore. I had given them the truth, and I kept myself.